there, quilting friends, it's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and today we're doing day 6 of the Mini Quilt Advent. If you're new around here and you don't know what this is, go down to the description and I have all the details for you on how you can get in on this if there's any Advent calendars left. And then for those of you joining in, let's get started. All right, if you haven't opened your envelope today, this is your sign. Open up your envelope and open up or peel off the masking from your template. This is such a fun part for me. It's like getting a fresh new day, right? It's like morning sunshine, just peeling these off. Love this. Okay. There we go. And today's template is the 3-inch hexagon. Now some of y'all might be saying, okay, 3-inch hexagon, this looks a lot bigger than 3 inches. So especially in English paper piecing, when we talk about shapes, we talk about the edge of a shape. But really, we do that already with squares. So if it's a 2-inch square, the sides are 2 inches, right? So it's a 2-inch square. When we talk about a diamond, this is a 6-inch diamond because the sides, actually, well, the finished size, so the size of these cut lines here are these seam lines. These seam lines are a 1/4 inch. Sorry, these seam lines, inside these seam lines, that's a 6-inch diamond. And so that's why this is called a 6-inch diamond, because the finished size is 6 inches and this makes a diamond. This is a 3-inch hexagon because this line right here is 3 inches. Want me to show you? Okay, we'll move our fabric out of the way for a second. And if we look on our diamond, it goes halfway down. And then if I do it on this end, it's halfway. So it's half of 6 inches. This is a 3-inch hexagon. So a 3-inch hexagon is really almost the size of that 6-inch diamond. Okay, this is also the first day of this Advent that we're using a template that we already opened up. So we're gonna grab our 3-inch triangle, a 3-inch equilateral triangle, and that will line up here. Let me pull my diamond out of the way so you can see. When you put these together, you'll see the edges don't line up, but that's because we want those seam lines to match up like that. And so we're gonna add one at the top, one at the bottom. And so 2 seams in today's quick and easy block. All right, I pulled out these 2 fabrics. This one we're gonna have a little fun with. We are gonna turn it into an entirely separate fabric that we don't really have in our stash, but we're gonna fake it out of that fabric, and I can't wait to show you how to do that. This is, I'll tell you, the last of the big templates, so it's another great opportunity to cut into this. Okay, what fabric? I've already used, okay, the car with the, and then this. I haven't done this couple, and I feel like that's shouting out to be a perfect little vignette. Oh, I'm so glad I saved that one. I honestly did not plan any of this ahead of time. I love the spontaneity of doing it with you. So that is perfect. That looks fabulous. And then I want to make sure I didn't cut too far on that one. I didn't. If that were to go in just a nick into here, it'd be fine, but any more than like 1/8 of an inch, and I don't want to do that. I want a little more of this sky. I want a little more of the sky. Okay, so we're gonna cut it there. And this is our 3-inch hexagon. Did I cut this side? Nope. Okay. Yes, that's a great little fussy cut. I mean, big fussy cut. It's a big 3-inch hexagon. This is a shape that you're gonna find yourself reaching for again and again. It is a great hexagon shape. Okay, so now, okay, move you out of the way. Okay, So I talked about getting a new fabric out of this fabric. Like I could definitely get the stockings, but if you look, there's this green background in here. And I'm betting that if I'm willing to throw caution to the wind and not go with the grain of the fabric, I'm getting dark green. Now notice that there's a little toe there and there's a little stocking there and there's a little bit of this green that I'm not worried about, the little green of the bow going in there, but most of that's all in the seam allowance. Just this little bit right here isn't, and that's not going to be noticeable. So I'm basically getting a green fabric out of this fat quarter bundle. This fat quarter bundle came with 8 fabrics and I got a 9th, and I have some more tricks up my sleeve for ways to try to get more variation out of this, and that's what you can get when you fussy cut your fabrics. Now this isn't on the grain, meaning there's fibers going this way and there's fibers going this way when the whole fabric is woven, so we generally keep things on the grain. But this is an equilateral triangle. I was only ever going to get 1 line on the grain anyway, so then I'm getting none on the grain. Instead of 1 out of 3, I'm getting 0 out of 3. It doesn't feel like a big loss. All right, let's see what I can get here. Although look, this one, I'm actually getting this line here on this grain line, so that's not that bad. But I don't want to get this too close to my seam, because if my seams aren't perfect, then I will be out. And some of this bow is kind of going in, and I actually like that. So I'm going to do a little more of that intentionally. There we go. I'm going to cut this one. There we go. And you can see a little bit of that stocking, but that's going to get hidden away. And so now we've got a bonus fabric out of our fat quarter bundle. Okay, let's lay out our block. It doesn't really matter which side I'm going to have towards the block, but I want that stocking piece hidden. And while I'm at it, I'm going to hide that stocking piece. Eventually they'll all be hidden in, but for now they're now hidden in immediately, and that way it won't be distracting to my eye. Okay, we're going to take this to the sewing machine just like before. Let me turn this sideways because that's the way the seams are going to go. When I lay this down, these edges are going to poke a 1/4 inch. If you are nervous about centering this, so let's say you're worried about it being too big over here and too small over here, here is your hack. You fold it in half and you give yourself a finger crease. And I'll do this on the whole thing. This is just a finger crease, it'll press out. And then I'm going to take my triangle and I'm also going to fold this in half and give myself a finger crease. Got to make sure it's actually in half. Now I can line this up here and the point with my line. And I know it's lined up. Really, you could forgo that line right here, and as long as this edge is lined up and this point is lined up with the center, you're also fine. Okay, so we'll take this to the sewing machine. And sew 2 seams. These seams don't cross each other in any way, and when seams don't cross each other, we can not press between seams. So I sewed one on, I'm gonna lay it back out, I'm gonna lay this on here, flip this so it's easier for me, line up that point with my crease line. Oh, line up my edges down here. There we go. That edge and my point. There we go. And now take this to the sewing machine and sew. Now, if I did my job well, the seam lines should start and end right where those little V notches are, and I did a pretty good job of that. let me move my templates out of the way, and I can press both these seams. And when I press these seams, I'll be able to press out that crease line at the same time. So you won't even know that it's there, and it's just our secret that I had that little hack to help me line everything up. Okay, so this is block 6 all done. For those of you doing 12 days, we're halfway through. For those of you doing 12 days, if you're having a lot of fun and you're wishing that you had more, go check in the comments to see if you can still get those bonus days. If I didn't run out of bonus days, you can order yourself a set of bonus days and I'll get those shipped off to you so that you can do 24 days of fun instead. All right, we're gonna add this to, oh, I didn't cut off my dog ears. We can do that real quick with a rotary cutter. Thank you for those of you saying dog ears. I could hear it. I could hear you saying, you're forgetting your dog ears, Caroline. Cut those dog ears. And yes, the nickname for Carolina is Caroline. So that's what my family calls me, Caroline. Okay, there we go. Dog ears cut off. Block is finished. We're going to add it to our collection of blocks here. It's all coming together. Friends, make sure that you like this video, that you've commented down below letting me know that you're following along and how it's going for you. I'm looking for those comments and I'm loving responding to those. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, but I'm sure you already are. And I will see you right here tomorrow for day 7. Bye for now.